create a page border in Microsoft Word 2019. We need to have a couple of things set up before we get started. And the first thing is you've got to be able to see the Design tab. If you don't see it, then just click on File, go to Options, click on Customize Ribbon, and just make sure this Design box is checked. If you don't do that, then you won't see that particular tab. All right, the second thing we need to do is make sure we're in the correct view. So if you go to the View tab at the top, we can see Web Layout, Print Layout, and Read mode. If you're in Web Layout, which a lot of times is the default, then you won't see the page border. You've got to switch to Print Layout, and then you'll be able to see it. All right, so now that we've got that set up, let's click on Design, and we'll go to where it says Page Borders all the way to the right. We'll click on that. And we've got a lot of different settings here. I'm going to start with the box because it's the most common. And we can choose which style we want for our box. And there's lots of different ones here. Let's choose something that'll show up easily on our video. There we go. We'll select that one. And we can see on the right-hand side, we can uncheck some of the sides if we want. Say if we don't want to have the box on all four sides. So let's go ahead and recheck those. I want to make sure I have that done. The color by default is going to be black, but if you want, you can change it to something else. We'll change it to green. And then you've got the width. It's set to 3-point right now, but we can make that skinnier or a little bit thicker. We also have the option for when to apply it. We've got the whole document, the section, the first page only, which is a common option, and everything except the first page. So what you could do is you could have a different page border on the first one than the rest of them if you want, or none at all. Now we also have this option for art. We're going to come back to that one. So let's just go ahead and choose what we have now and click OK. And there's our border. Once again, if you don't see the border, it means that you're in the wrong view. You're in the web layout, which doesn't show it. So let's go back to print view, and there's our border. Now let's make some changes to it so you can get an idea of the creativity that you can come up with page borders. For instance, let's change it to some artwork. Change it, looks like some cupcakes. And now we have cupcakes. And you can see that it completely ignores the style that we have here. As a matter of fact, it just unselects the style once you set artwork in there. So I'll choose a different one, and there's a different one. And now I'll go back to the no art option. And now I'm going to choose the shadow option. So we'll click on shadow, and we'll go and choose one of these styles once again. And look at that. We see that it's going to create this shadow to the right of our box. So there it is. It's not as big a shadow as it showed in the preview, but this is how it's going to look. So it's just a little bit of a skinny shadow there. Let's go back to page borders. And now we'll choose 3D. But if we scroll down and choose this option here, it does show a little bit of a difference between box and 3D. So let's choose 3D for this one. Click OK. And then if we go back to page borders and we choose box, and you see it looks just a little bit different. So let's take a look at the custom option. And the custom option really isn't that much different than box because you can check or uncheck any one of these options that you see here on either one of these. But we do have this options button that we can click on here, and it does allow us to change the margins. So if we want to have bigger margins on the top or bottom or the sides, then we can do that. And we see the margins just crept in a little bit. So with page borders, we can change the color, change the thickness, change the way the lines look, or even change to artwork that comes with Microsoft Word. Find the page border that works best for you, and you can definitely spruce up your Microsoft Word document.